In 2014, two men were sentenced to almost 2 decades in prison for stealing one of the most guarded secrets in the food industry, the recipe for Oreo's cream filling. The price tag? A staggering $20 million. What could be so valuable about this simple white filling that someone would risk everything for it? Well, that sweet, creamy center you've been twisting, licking, and dunking since childhood, it's not cream at all. Today, we're cracking open America's favorite cookie to expose what's really hiding between those chocolate wafers. Oreo, America's favorite cookie, started as a copycat. Back in 1908, a company called Sunshine Biscuits created the original chocolate sandwich cookie called Hydrox. 4 years later, in 1912, Nabisco launched its own version, the Oreo. Through better marketing and a more appealing name, Oreo eventually crushed its competitor. But the real story lies in what was inside those early Oreos. The original filling wasn't anything like what we eat today. For 85 years, from 1912 to 1997, every single Oreo contained a filling made with pig lard. Let's decode the ingredients in Oreo's filling. While Nabisco guards its exact recipe like gold, food labeling laws give us a window into what's really between those chocolate wafers. The base consists of powdered sugar, palm and canola oils, high-fructose corn syrup, soy lecithin, artificial vanilla flavor, and that controversial whitening agent, titanium dioxide. But here's a story that shows just how valuable this recipe is. In 2014, the food industry was rocked by an industrial espionage case that reads like a spy thriller. Two businessmen attempted to steal the exact proportions and mixing process of Oreo's filling to a Chinese competitor. The price tag was a staggering $20 million. Why would anyone pay that much for a cookie recipe? Because the magic isn't just in knowing the ingredients, it's in understanding exactly how they work together. Even the artificial vanilla flavor, or vanillin, is specially engineered. It's a specific type designed to mimic the complex flavor notes of real vanilla beans while withstanding the high temperatures of the manufacturing process. This explains why Oreos taste consistently like Oreos, whether they've been on the shelf for a day or a month. However, the controversy surrounds the use of titanium dioxide, the compound responsible for the filling's pristine white color. In 2022, the European Union banned its use in food products, forcing Nabisco to create alternative formulations for the European market while continuing to use it in other regions. This shows how even a seemingly simple cookie filling must constantly evolve to meet changing global regulations and consumer expectations. If you're enjoying the content, could you take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel? It costs you absolutely nothing, but it is a really huge help to us. Thank you. Now picture a Nabisco boardroom in 1997. Sales reports show a growing problem. Health-conscious consumers are avoiding saturated fats. Jewish customers can't eat non-kosher cookies. Vegetarians are reading ingredient labels. Their billion-dollar cookie had a target on its back. That pig lard in the filling had to go. The challenge? Remove the animal fat without losing that signature melt-in-your-mouth texture. After countless experiments, Nabisco's food scientists cracked the code. A precise blend of vegetable oils could mimic lard's properties perfectly. The result was a completely reimagined filling that accidentally became plant-based. This change did more than just keep existing customers happy. It opened doors to massive new markets. For the first time, kosher-keeping Jews could enjoy Oreos. Vegetarians could twist and dunk without worry. They even convinced China, a country that traditionally doesn't eat many sweets, to fall in love with Oreos by creating special flavors and teaching consumers the American ritual of twist, licking, and dunking. International markets with different dietary restrictions embraced the cookie. That single ingredient swap transformed Oreo from an American snack into a global phenomenon worth over $3.1 billion annually. While the filling became more artificial, sales became more natural. The new recipe helped Oreo dominate the cookie market so completely that by 2023, over 40 billion Oreos were being produced every year. All because Nabisco realized that sometimes fake cream is better than real cream. Why cream, spelled E-M-E, and not cream, E-A-M? This isn't just clever marketing. The FDA has strict regulations about what can be labeled as cream. According to federal standards, cream must contain at least 18% milk fat. Since Oreo's filling doesn't contain a single drop of dairy, Nabisco legally can't call it cream. Hence, cream was born, a carefully chosen spelling that hints at creaminess without making any dairy claims. But the science goes much deeper. The filling is an emulsion. Think tiny droplets of oil suspended in a sugar matrix. It's similar to how mayonnaise keeps oil and water together, but with a sweet twist. The key player here is soy lecithin, an emulsifier that acts like a matchmaker between ingredients that normally wouldn't mix. This creates that signature smooth texture that dissolves perfectly on your tongue. The real magic lies in the crystal structure. When the filling is made, the sugar and oil molecules arrange themselves in a specific pattern. Food scientists call this crystalline matrix formation. At room temperature, these crystals are stable, giving the filling its firm texture. But the moment it hits your tongue at 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 37 degrees Celsius, the crystals begin to melt in a specific order. This creates that distinctive Oreo mouthfeel. Not too fast like ice cream, not too slow like hard candy, but just right. Then there's the color. That perfect white shade doesn't occur naturally. It comes from titanium dioxide, the same compound used in sunscreen and paint. But before you panic, remember that food-grade titanium dioxide is specifically processed for safety. Nabisco uses it because it reflects all wavelengths of visible light, creating that pure white color that contrasts so beautifully with the dark cookies. Perhaps most fascinating is the filling's density. It's whipped to incorporate precisely the right amount of air bubbles, about 15% by volume. Too many bubbles and the filling would be crumbly, too few and it'd be too dense. This air content also affects how quickly the filling melts, contributing to that perfect dissolve rate that keeps you coming back for more. The actual process of making Oreo filling is one of the most closely guarded secrets in the food industry, but we do know some fascinating details about how it comes together. The filling starts as a mixture of powdered sugar and vegetable oils, carefully blended to achieve that perfect, creamy texture. Then comes the crucial step. The mixture is whipped to incorporate tiny air bubbles, giving it that light, fluffy consistency we all know and love. But the filling has to be engineered to have just the right amount of stickiness. Too sticky and the cookies won't separate for that classic twist and lick move. Not sticky enough and the sandwich falls apart. Nabisco's engineers spent years perfecting this balance. Would you believe that Oreos are now sold in over 100 countries? Each region has its own unique relationship with the filling. In China, Nabisco actually had to run educational campaigns teaching people how to eat Oreos. The twist, lick, and dunk method wasn't intuitive to Chinese consumers. Different markets also get their own special versions. In China, you can find Oreos filled with wasabi. Japan has green tea filling. In India, they've got mango-flavored cream. But no matter the flavor, none of these variations contain any real cream. The beloved Oreo filling isn't just stirring up debates about dunking times anymore. It's at the center of several modern controversies. Let's start with what became known as Cremegate in 2013. A high school math teacher in New York made headlines when he and his students conducted a scientific study of double-stuffed Oreos. Their findings? The cookies contain only 1.86 times the filling of regular Oreos, not double as the name suggests. This revelation went viral, forcing Nabisco to publicly defend their double-stuffed claim. The company insisted that their measurements were accurate, but the controversy highlighted a growing consumer demand for transparency in food marketing. Then there's the ongoing palm oil debate. Oreo's parent company, Mondelez International, uses an estimated 300,000 metric tons of palm oil annually. Environmental groups like Greenpeace have linked palm oil production to massive deforestation in Southeast Asia, threatening endangered species like orangutans and tigers. While Mondelez pledged to source only sustainable palm oil by 2025, critics argue that even sustainable palm oil contributes to environmental damage. This has led to calls for alternative oils, though Nabisco claims substitutes would fundamentally alter the filling's beloved texture. The vegan debate adds another layer of complexity. While Oreo's filling is technically plant-based, the company can't claim it's vegan due to potential cross-contamination with milk during manufacturing. This has frustrated vegan consumers and led to demands for dedicated vegan production lines. Some activists argue that Nabisco is missing a huge marketing opportunity by not making its manufacturing process truly vegan-friendly. Most recently, shrinkflation accusations have hit the brand. In late 2023, consumers began posting viral videos claiming the filling amount had decreased while prices remained the same. Though Nabisco strongly denies these allegations, they sparked a wider conversation about food companies potentially reducing product quantity as a hidden price increase. So what's next for Oreo's iconic filling? Nabisco is experimenting with new technologies to make it even more irresistible. They're exploring natural colorants to replace titanium dioxide and investigating sustainable oil alternatives. What do you think about Oreo's filling? Are you surprised by what's really in it? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.